Thank you. Thank you all for your service. That was a good discussion about the high-end fight. I want to get down to the trenches on how we protect this nation from radical Islam. To the American people, you may be tired of fighting these people, but they're not tired of fighting you. You can build a wall on the southern border, but that's not going to protect you from Mideast threats. If some of us are not over there working with our partners, they're going to come here again. So that's my general theme. If you want to be safe against radical Islam, you need to be in their backyard so they're not in our backyard. Does that make sense to the Marine Corps?
We don't want to play any home games, Senator.
Great answer. What about the Navy? Just say I agree with the Marines.
I agree with the Marines, sir.
I never thought I'd hear the Navy say that.
I think
okay,
that's,
so this is a
goes
breakthrough
without saying,
moment.
doesn't it?
There's no daylight between us. No daylight between us.
He objects. So let's talk about what that means. Do you support a residual force in Iraq to make sure ISIS never comes back if the Iraqis would agree to that force, General?
If the Iraqis were to ask us to stay, it would be, in my opinion, that would be a good decision for us.
Thank you. Syria. We have 2,200 people in eastern Syria working with the Syrian Democratic Forces to make sure ISIS is destroyed. Is that correct, General?
The mission of that force is to defeat ISIS.
Right. About 250 Marines. Is that correct?
I'd rather not get in the
That's
exact
all right.
number of Marines.
Some Marines.
There are some Marines there, yes,
Okay.
Senator.
So here's my question. To hold the territory, there has to be a holding force, or they'll come back.
If there's a vacuum, then they will move into it, yes.
I like partners helping us hold. Do you believe it would be smart for America to be part of that holding force?
In order to get to some sort of a political settlement at Geneva or elsewhere, we have to have stability. And if the decision were made that our partners were to come in there, I think we cannot create a vacuum because it'll be filled by somebody that we don't want.
Right.
And so I think that that would be part of the negotiation as to who would be in there. But I agree with you, there has to be stability. Someone's got to be there.
So as to that someone, would you agree that we have capabilities no army in the region has, and that we add some value that probably can't be replaced by somebody else?
I would agree with that.
Okay. Secretary Spencer, on 12 June 17, Secretary Mattis said, "No enemy in the field has done more to harm the combat readiness of our military than sequestration." Do you agree with that?
I do.
Would you tell every member of this committee without hesitation, don't put me back into sequestration?
Don't put me back in sequestration.
There you go. Y'all are really good. I think it's the single biggest mistake I've seen since I've been here. That's saying a lot given Congress's record for the last 20 years. Navy. Do you agree that a bigger Navy provides more deterrence, Admiral?
I do, sir.
Have you ever seen a time when we need more deterrence than now?
It's as complex as it's been in my career.
So as a matter of fact, the threats have gone up since sequestration, not down. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
So as we cut our force, the threats did not reduce proportionally, did they?
The assumptions of the security environment didn't pertain. It got more complex, not less.
So as we were trying to deal with the chemical weapons attack in Syria, I think more than a handful of ships were sent to the region to provide that capability and deterrence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So a bigger Navy means that you'll have more ships in more places, which will hopefully make some of our adversaries think twice. Is that a fair statement?
That's a very fair statement.
So you think 355 ships in 2030 gets the job done?
That's the best estimate we've got right now. In light of the National Defense Strategy, we're going to reassess those numbers in the context of great power competition and the other threats that face us.
So final question, a bigger Navy and a bigger Marine Corps provides more deterrence, more capability. Don't you think it also improves the quality of life for those who serve because they don't have to be gone so much and they'll have more help?
Absolutely. You get that rotational math going and you get more time to recover.
You agree with that, General?
We would like to get back to a 3-to-1 because it's better for the preparation, the training of the force, and it's better for our families.
Well, I think the Department of Navy should be proud of what it's done, and you're the best in the business. And pound for pound, the Marine Corps is the best on the planet, so thank you all.
Thank you, Senator